Alright guys, welcome to the video today. So in this video we're actually going to be talking about hand cannons and if hand cannons are good for PvP. And for this special occasion I brought you guys a flawless rumble gameplay. It's a funny story actually about this gameplay. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I know it's really annoying when people talk about the gameplay the whole time. But actually I had family friends over and I decided to pop it in because he has Destiny on the Xbox 360 and I wanted to show him some of my cool weapons. So I whipped out the Thorn because I had been doing pretty well with it, hitting all those headshots, and I actually whipped it out and performed a 22-0 performance for him. You know, I shrugged it off, you know, like I do that every day. This is my first time going flawless, so it's pretty exciting. So back to the main topic of the video without wasting any more time. We're going to be talking about if hand cannons are good for PvP. So I can't, you know, blatantly answer it if hand cannons are good or not. It really depends on the player, but hand cannons have definitely been buffed since the beta. So you guys have probably known since the beta and the alpha, the hand cannons were largely considered the worst weapon class in the whole entire game. So to respond to this, Bungie actually gave them a pretty considerable buff right before the game came out, and that did make them a lot better than they were in the beta. But then after that, people were still complaining that they didn't have enough power in them, so they gave them one more buff about 2 weeks ago, I believe. So that did change things a little bit. Precision damage for both the scout rifles and hand cannons got greatly boosted, as well as body shot damage. Just the overall quality of the guns was increased, more range, more stability, better impact, just things like that that really changed the course of the gun, which made them a lot better. It really made the hand cannon what it is right now. A lot of people don't actually like using hand cannons and they think they're really bad for PvP, and most of the time when you first got into PvP about 1 month ago, when the game was, you know, first coming out, it was about 3 weeks in, people really didn't know how to play, so they would ask their friends that were experienced, and they didn't want their friends to be able to say, to do good in PvP all you have to do is grab an auto rifle. They didn't really want that to be what the game was all about, was just using auto rifles only. So to further push the message that auto rifles aren't always the way to go, they gave a huge little debuff or nerf or whatever you want to call it to auto rifles. At first it didn't actually do anything because everyone was using auto rifles, so it was kind of like getting someone with the same exact weapon, auto rifle versus auto rifle, and just making both of their weapons worse. But for the people like me who are actually using hand cannons and scout rifles as well, it made a huge difference because now we're not at a severe disadvantage. When you're playing with a hand cannon or scout rifle before, it was kind of like putting yourself at a disadvantage for a challenge, but now they're actual very strong contenders. As long as you can stay to medium to long range with a scout rifle, you can do well, and if you're using a hand cannon, it's mainly medium range. You could go long range, but the recoil is pretty crazy on those hand cannons, so I wouldn't exactly recommend that. But hand cannons are very precise and they're very powerful. This one can actually do up to 81 damage for a headshot, and I can consistently hit the headshot. I'm sorry, I just stumbled right there on my words, but if you can actually hit the headshot like I'm doing, or any type of precision damage, that's when it's going to be doing a lot of damage. If your accuracy is not that great, then I would definitely recommend going with an auto rifle instead of a hand cannon. But if your aim is good, I would definitely recommend trying out the hand cannon, because believe it or not, hand cannons are actually very useful in PvP. I've enjoyed my time using the hand cannon, especially the Thorn. I got this gameplay and another one. I went 22-0 in this one, and I went 22-3 in the next, so perhaps you'll be seeing that in a future gameplay video. That's basically going to wrap it up as I finish off these guys with my heavy ammo and then eventually my super. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video today talking about hand cannons and their power. I hope you guys might be trying out the hand cannons in the future, but until then, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Look at that mark of the unbroken, comment what you thought of this video and what you think of hand cannons, and if you are enjoying them as well. Also subscribe so that you do not miss a video, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Peace. Yeah.